when you really want to touch a man's heart, when you want him to feel so deeply connected to you that his eyes, his loyalty, his attention, and his affection naturally stay with you and never drift toward anyone else, it all begins with the words that make him feel seen. Every man, no matter his age, background, or personality, carries a quiet desire inside him, a desire to feel valued, respected, and understood. And when you speak to him in a way that reaches past his ego and into his soul, something changes. He begins to feel that you are not just a voice in his life, but the safe space he didn't even realize he was waiting for. One simple sentence can transform the way he looks at you forever. You don't need manipulation, pressure, or games. All you need is sincerity. And the phrase that truly opens a man's heart is this: I choose you not because I have to, but because my heart feels at home with you. When you say this to him with a calm voice and honest intention, you awaken something powerful inside him, an emotional security that makes him never want to look at another woman again. Most men spend years wanting to feel chosen, not accidentally, not conveniently, but intentionally. A man stays loyal not because he is forced, but because he feels emotionally safe, respected, and appreciated. When he feels that, he automatically wants to give you more, love you more, show up for you more. Not because he must, but because you bring out the best version of him. When you speak from a place of love and emotional strength, he begins to associate you with peace, and peace is something a man never walks away from. As we grow older, especially in relationships, it becomes even more important to nourish connection because life brings stress, responsibilities, health changes, and emotional fatigue. But your words can become the gentle reminder he needs every day, the reminder that he is still wanted, still admired, still important, and still your choice. When you tell him that you choose him with all his imperfections, with his history, with his fears, and with the wisdom he has gained over the years, he feels something that younger relationships often fail to give him: stability. At an older age, stability becomes more attractive than excitement. Trust feels more valuable than beauty. And emotional partnership becomes more meaningful than any temporary attention from someone else. So when you say those words, you are giving him exactly what his heart quietly longs for: reassurance. But love is not only spoken, it is lived. And that means supporting each other not only emotionally, but physically, mentally, and spiritually too. A strong relationship grows even stronger when both partners begin to take better care of themselves. As we get older, our lifestyles need gentle changes, not because we fear aging, but because we want to live fuller, healthier, more vibrant lives with the person we love. So this is where small habits become powerful expressions of loyalty. Encouraging him to eat better is an act of love. Reminding him to include more fresh fruits, wholesome vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins in his diet is not a criticism, it is a gift. When you make simple meals together, when you share warm cups of tea, when you enjoy fresh salads or light home-cooked dinners, you are not only nurturing his body, you are nurturing the bond between you. Even the smallest changes, drinking more water, cutting down sugary snacks, adding healthy fats like nuts or olive oil, can make him feel more energetic and emotionally balanced. Men often don't express it, but they love when a partner cares about their well-being. It makes them feel valued, protected, and cherished in a way that is hard to describe. And when he feels better physically, it deepens the warmth between you. A healthy man is a more loving man. A man who feels good in his body is more confident, more affectionate, more attentive, and more present. Along with a healthier diet, light exercise can become a beautiful shared ritual. Older adults do not need intense workouts. Even a gentle 20-minute walk together can be transformative. Walking side by side creates moments for conversations that might not happen otherwise. It gives both of you time to breathe, to reflect, to laugh, to reconnect. A stroll in the park, a quiet evening walk after dinner, or even simple stretching exercises at home can strengthen your relationship physically and emotionally. Light exercises like yoga for flexibility, gentle resistance bands for strength, or slow-paced cycling for cardiovascular health can help him feel strong and youthful. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is togetherness. When he sees you making an effort, when he sees you being his partner and creating a healthier life, his love grows deeper. Your presence becomes his comfort. Your encouragement becomes his motivation. Your support becomes his anchor. And as the body improves, the mind begins to shift too. A positive mindset is one of the greatest gifts you can bring into a relationship, especially with a man who has lived through challenges, disappointments, and silent battles over the years. Many older adults experience self-doubt, body changes, financial stress, fear of aging, and emotional insecurity. But your words can lift him. When you tell him, I am proud of the man you are, he feels his strength return. When you say, I believe in you, he feels his spirit rise. When you whisper, you make my life better, he feels whole again. Men do not need dramatic speeches. They need steady words. They need soft reminders that they matter. They need reassurance that they are still loved, still chosen, still worthy. Your positivity can breathe new life into him. Encourage him to start mornings with gratitude, even if it's just one simple thought like, I am thankful for today. Inspire him to let go of stress faster, to laugh more, to enjoy simple pleasures. Show him how small daily habits like getting sunlight in the morning, reading something uplifting, or listening to calming music can uplift the heart. When a man sees you living with optimism, he naturally feels inspired to do the same. He begins to mirror your energy. He becomes calmer, kinder, more affectionate, and more connected. But the most powerful change happens when you speak directly to his heart, reminding him how deeply loved he is. When you look him in the eyes and say, I am grateful for you, he feels emotionally anchored. When you say, you make me feel safe, he feels strong. When you tell him you are enough, he feels irreplaceable. And when you whisper, I choose you today and always, he feels loyal, committed, and dedicated to you in a way no other woman can compete with. Not because you forced him, but because you touched him at a level where desire becomes devotion. Love at an older age is not about drama, insecurity, or competition. It is about peace. It is about understanding. It is about growing together, not growing apart. It is about taking care of each other's health, each other's minds, each other's dreams. And when he sees that you are his partner in every season, his heart will stay with you not out of obligation, but out of genuine love. He will never look at another woman because he will already feel fulfilled, respected, and adored by you. You become the source of emotional nourishment that no one else can replace. So say this to him with sincerity. I choose you, not because life is perfect, but because you are the one my heart finds peace with. Let these words flow from your heart, not as a script, but as a truth you genuinely feel. And watch how he softens. Watch how he becomes more loyal. Watch how he begins to appreciate you even more. And beyond the words, live in a way that deepens your bond, eat healthier together, move together, grow together, think positively together, and age gracefully together. Because love becomes extraordinary when two people decide not only to stay together, but to elevate each other. When you become his peace, he becomes your protector. When you become his encouragement, he becomes your strength. When you choose him every day, he never thinks about anyone else. And this is how one powerful sentence, spoken with love and supported by healthy habits and a beautiful mindset, can transform your relationship forever. This is how he loves you without wandering eyes. This is how he remains yours in heart, in mind, in loyalty, and in devotion. Not because he must, but because your love makes him feel like home. Emotional security is the foundation of a man's loyalty because it gives him a sense of stability that he rarely finds anywhere else. When you speak to him with sincerity and tell him that you choose him not out of necessity, but out of genuine love, something shifts inside him. Men are often taught to hide their feelings, but deep down they long to feel appreciated, valued, and understood. When your words make him feel seen for who he truly is, without judgment or comparison, he begins to open his heart in ways he never expected. This emotional safety becomes a powerful anchor that keeps his attention, affection, and loyalty focused entirely on you. He no longer seeks validation from anyone else because he receives it in the most meaningful way from you. Your reassurance gives him confidence. Your warmth gives him peace. He feels respected, admired, and chosen in a world where men often feel overlooked or taken for granted. And when he feels that emotional grounding, he naturally becomes more loving, expressive, and committed. It is not pressure or control that makes a man stay loyal. It is the comfort of knowing he is emotionally safe with you. And that feeling becomes irreplaceable. A healthy lifestyle strengthens relationships because the choices you make together every day naturally shape the emotional connection between you. When you encourage each other to eat nutritious meals, drink more water, and include wholesome foods like fresh fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins, you are not just improving physical health, you are creating shared routines that bring you closer. Preparing meals together becomes a quiet bonding moment, a time to laugh, talk, and enjoy each other's presence without distractions. These small habits show that you care about his well-being, and men deeply appreciate this kind of support even if they don't always say it out loud. When he sees you making healthier choices, he feels inspired to do the same because partners tend to mirror each other's energy. Over time, he begins to feel more energetic, more balanced, and more connected to you through these shared efforts. A healthier body leads to a clearer mind, which means fewer arguments, calmer responses, and a deeper emotional connection. As older adults, maintaining good health is not just about adding years to life, but adding quality to the years spent together. When you support each other this way, love becomes stronger, companionship becomes sweeter, and the relationship naturally grows with warmth and stability. Light exercise becomes a powerful bonding experience because it gives both of you a shared space to breathe, move, and reconnect without pressure. Gentle activities like slow walks, easy stretching, or simple at-home routines create moments where conversation flows naturally and the heart feels lighter. When you walk beside him, matching his pace, listening to his thoughts, and enjoying the quietness of the moment, it strengthens the emotional rhythm between you. Men often open up more during movement than during still conversations, and these small shared exercises give him a comfortable way to express himself without feeling forced. Light activity also helps older adults maintain flexibility, balance, and energy, making both of you feel more capable and confident in daily life. When he sees you taking care of your body, he feels encouraged to take care of his own. And this creates a supportive cycle where both partners feel motivated rather than judged. Even simple habits like stretching together in the morning or walking after dinner can become cherished rituals that he looks forward to. These moments help reduce stress, improve mood, and deepen your sense of teamwork, allowing your relationship to grow naturally stronger through every step you take together. A positive mindset transforms a relationship because the energy you bring into each day shapes how both of you feel, respond, and love. When you choose to live with optimism, even in small ways, he feels the stability and warmth of your presence. Older adults often face silent worries about health, aging, or the future, and your gentle encouragement helps ease those fears. Simple affirmations like reminding him he is capable, appreciated, and still important lift his confidence and help him see himself through your loving perspective. When you focus on gratitude together, even briefly in the morning or before sleep, it creates a sense of emotional peace that he carries throughout the day. Your calm tone, your hopeful outlook, and your ability to find meaning in everyday moments become the emotional shelter he naturally gravitates toward. Over time, your positive mindset becomes contagious, influencing his habits, his thoughts, and even the way he speaks to you. Stress slowly loses its power. Arguments soften, and misunderstandings become easier to resolve. A man who feels emotionally uplifted at home becomes more affectionate, more attentive, and more connected to you. Because positivity doesn't just change your mood, it strengthens your bond in the most intimate, lasting way. True devotion grows through consistent actions because love becomes real when it is felt in everyday moments, not just spoken in emotional conversations. A man stays deeply committed when he sees that your care is steady, your presence is reliable, and your love is expressed in small but meaningful ways. When you support him with healthy habits, uplift his mindset, and show him appreciation even on ordinary days, he feels emotionally grounded and naturally drawn toward you. Loyalty is never built through pressure or fear. It flourishes when he feels safe, respected, and understood. Your gentle reminders to rest, eat well, or take a moment for himself show him that you value his well-being, and this level of care becomes something he doesn't want to lose. When you speak to his heart with sincerity, when you encourage his growth, and when you choose him again and again through your actions, he begins to see you as the one person who truly stands beside him through every season. In that emotional security, other distractions fade, and he no longer feels the need to look elsewhere for validation or affection. Through your consistency, his devotion deepens, and his commitment becomes something he offers willingly, fully, and wholeheartedly.